Hey, okay, I'm back. My bad, I was way too into my phone. Okay. Yo, so, yet again, welcome back. So, it's still me, Ryan Ford, running, continuing this for Link to the Cure. Um, just give me one moment, though. I made a mistake somewhere. My timer. There. Okay, cool. Alright, so the timer should work proper this time. Okay, so... Oh, gonna move back a little. I hope the camera's still fine. If anything. Okay. So I've got 100% for DK, or sorry, 102% for DKC2. So, I just count myself down yet again. So 3, 2, 1, go. Oh wait, what the heck? Here, one moment. Sorry. I just noticed that the timer's like not up anymore. Why did that happen? Oh, it's cause right, I changed scenes, so I didn't realize there was no live split on it. Oh right. Yeah. Okay. I changed scenes because of the bigger because the game's in 4x3 instead of 3x2 like Metroid Zero Mission was. So that was my mistake. Anyways, okay, I'll start the timer yet again. So 3, 2, 1, go. Yo, thank you. Alright, so 102%. I love this category. I always talk about how I don't know, it sucks a little bit that this category is not that popular among like the non-Japanese community for this game. Probably because it's long, it's like a lot of execution, like not a whole lot of downtime, but I think it's a really good category. And I wish more people picked up, like better runners than me at the game. I kind of wish they picked it up or played it more, but it is what it is. So yeah, so you have to collect everything. So you need to beat all the levels by hitting the gold target at the end. So you can't use like wrong warps to exit the levels like you would in any percent. Because beating the level normally counts for a percentage. Getting these bonuses with the Creme coins. You gotta visit every Kong family member as well. And actually, these big DK coins don't count for percent, but we do count it in the ruling for 102. That we gotta collect all 40 DK coins. So all the bonuses, all DK coins, and beat all the levels, pretty much. And get the true ending as well. So yeah, a lot of people love this game. This is like one of my like main go-tos when I stream. Mostly because like I don't know, people watch and hang out in my chat and love seeing the game. If I'm not resetting forever, but yeah. So yeah, there is a ton of tech, especially in the speedrun. Like I don't even know if I'd be able to cover everything, honestly. I haven't really been talking about like any of it that I've been doing, so it's a good start, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna attempt a thing called 2-1 jump. Oh, nice, I got it actually. So there's like a team up jump that you can do that gives you a little bit of a higher jump, so you can get into that bonus without actually like doing a team throw into the bonus barrel. It's like a frame perfect input into like a 2-frame input. So you press jump, then exactly 2 frames after you press team up, and then when your team up finishes, then either the first or second frame after it completes, if you press jump, you'll get a higher jump. So it's a pretty tight trick that doesn't like save much time in most parts of the run, but sometimes it comes up, and I'll probably miss going for 2-1 jumps most of the time because again it's just extremely tight inputs. You might not even notice that I messed it up when I try to go for it sometimes. So yeah, those chests is random. Yeah, we usually just try to throw like the first one, then the last one, and then kind of backtrack from there after. And yeah, you just kind of hope that you get it. on your first try or second try. So I got it on the third chest, so you know, below average, but it's a pretty small time loss. But I did miss it. There's another trick called the Big Boy that I try to do right there. So I threw Dixie into that enemy, and when Dixie's coming back to you after you throw her into an enemy, then if you let go of jump and repress the jump button before she comes back, then you can jump again in the air when she comes back to you. But since I was so close to that enemy, I had a very, very small window to be able to do it, so I missed it. Also, remember the bot in chat if you want to donate and help support. Oh, shoot. So I tried a trick called Luckjaw there. So you can jump into this warp barrel. But it's also kind of tight. Like, there's a lot of stuff. Like, when I was rolling down the shaft, like, falling down, then, what the heck? I didn't get a jump input. So if you roll, if you're rolling and falling down, if you touch a wall on the side, you can't, after the wall is finished, like, you can't move forward, like, past the wall anymore if you touch it. So I kind of had to, like, wiggle in between that gap. This gap. I touched the wall this time, so I just dropped straight down, as I was explaining. So, yeah, with that, the first time I got the wiggle correct, but then I think I, like, jumped a little too late, so I just bonked my head on the ceiling. Or a little early. A little early, my bad, so I bonked. After clearing the corner. Same bitey. Yeah, this game was super dope. It's like one of like the big nostalgia games from my childhood, and I think it wasn't too tough to pick up as a speedrun. Well, I guess I'm saying that now, but in hindsight, like there was like times where I was thinking, "Wow, I'm never gonna get better at this game," because I was like struggling to not die in levels and like all that stuff. But you know, you gotta start somewhere. Even in speedrunning itself, like it took me like collectively. I think it collectively took me about a month worth of runs to ever even get like a deathless run. Was it a month? Yeah, I think about a month. Surprisingly, somehow, like my first deathless run was in 102% even. So, it was wild. Back when my PB was an hour and 33 minutes. Now I have like a mid 131, but I think I had like 2 deaths, and I think I failed a bonus in that run. So like, I've gotten a lot better at the game. Just like my movement overall is a lot better, but you know, haven't had another like deathless run with no failed bonuses and stuff like that. So there's always room to improve. So I'm gonna be trying a manipulation here. I jumped when I bounced, turned back a little, and bounced on the left side of that flitter, like the dragonfly. Then you can pause. When you touch the creme coin, then you can pause at the same time and skip the fanfare that like kicks you out of the bonus. And since I had already beat the level on the first visit, then you can press start and select to exit out of the level. So you collect the coin and exit out of the level at the same time to like save like 6 seconds from skipping the winning the bonus fanfare. So yeah, wow, that's unlucky. So unfortunately, I'm getting like really, really bad RNG, so I might die. Yeah. But I was kind of trying to speed up the cycles as well. From Crow, but I just got pretty egregiously unlucky there. So it is what it is. So when you get to the 3rd cycle for this fight, and the 3rd and 4th cycle each of this fight, so when Crow bonks the nest, this is like probably the biggest instance of RNG in the run. So he'll bonk the nest, and then he has a 50% chance to give you a real egg like this, or the fake eggs like the 4 that I got in a row previously. Alright, gave me 0 this time, so that's pretty lucky. Alright, so from that death, I probably lost like 40 seconds, maybe, so it's kind of bad, but it is what it is. Because I think missing Luckjaw was like my only mistake, real mistake in the run. Oh, well. I missed the team throw right after I failed Luckjaw in the next room, but yeah. I think collectively those mistakes probably lost me like 4 or 5 seconds, so. I think I was on the verge of getting like around 6 minutes and 50 seconds out of World 1, roughly. With a fakeless Crow. So yeah, I think I lost like probably close to 40 seconds to that death. RNG too. So yeah, for each fake, so on third cycle, loses about 2.5 seconds per fake, and then fourth cycle, since the eggs come out faster, loses about 2 seconds per fake. So at that point, before I died, I was guaranteed to lose like 10 seconds to RNG already. So yeah. Yeah, so I'm doing a tech with Squitter here. Shoes the spider. He's got the flyest kicks, 8 of them even. So a tech called instant webs. So normally press A or R or L to shoot a web platform, and then it's like flies out for a while, and then you can like press one of those buttons again, and then it forms the platform under you. But you can like bypass that small cooldown if you press like 2 of the buttons at the same time. So let's press R and L together, and it creates an instant platform under you. So as long as you're rising in your jump, then you can like make the platform underneath you and like, you know, not have to like stop moving generally. To go like optimally as fast as you can is like difficult to like never stop if you're doing a chain of those, but it does make some like tedious movement a lot nicer because you don't have to like stop. So later on, the notoriously difficult, obnoxious level, Web Woods, you're gonna be using that like everywhere through the level to save like a ton of time compared to like a casual playthrough. But anytime I make a mistake, I'm like probably dead. So that level's pretty tough still. It's one of those run killers when you're on pace potentially. So yeah, doing this level in two visits. So doing another big boy to enter this warp barrel instead of going like up and around. Yeah, team throw super jump, also known as the big boy. The full name. I don't know. Community has a lot of like names for a lot of stuff. So yeah, pretty trivial bonus. You know what you're doing. A lot of bonuses are pretty easy, but there's some that are like might be a little more difficult and really punishing if you fail. So maybe I'll talk about those ones when I get there. See, the bonuses in level 2 are pretty difficult, like way back in World 1. Oh my god. Like, all 3 of them are pretty tough. The first one's definitely the easiest, but the other 2 are like kind of tough, actually. Alright, so now, so with 15 Krem coins, we can go to Clubba's kiosk, and you can play the Lost World level. So from Worlds 2 through 6, there's one Lost World level. I hate when that happens so much. It like so rarely happens, but it happened to me like 2 days ago when I was running this to practice. Yeah, I don't even know like why it happened either, but oh, this is what it is. So it's a pretty sizable time loss, I guess. But and all the tire cycles are like off script for me, so it's like hella awkward now. But yeah, so yeah, there's supposed to be these 5 difficult levels that give you like also the secret good ending afterwards. Extra final boss. And yeah, they also have a bonus. So these bonuses have a DK coin in them in the Lost World levels as well. So yeah, I threw that at that guy to kind of delay myself a little bit, just to wait for the tire cycle, for the tire to come. Here, I'm gonna damage boost. I'm gonna kind of spawn the other tire, and then land on it out of the shot. And for whatever reason, that like glitches out the camera, so it just scrolls really fast to the right. So the trick we call the scrolly scroll. Trying to think of like that's not really cleverly named, I guess, but you know, it gets to the point, right? All right, so what was this, Lava Lagoon? So got our helper friend, Clapper, the seal. And yeah, you can turn the lava into water. It changes back to lava like at some point over time, so you're kind of on a timer. And also, some parts of this level is like hella laggy, so that's why I skipped the DK barrel at the start, because like that swimming part and this mid barrel area, if you have like 2 Kongs, like the game like lags like pretty hard. And also, if you get that midway barrel, like the lag is like insane, especially if you have 2 Kongs. But even without, like the lag is pretty bad. So yeah, it wastes time. But I managed to avoid turning the game into a slideshow, so that works. So this bonus can be pretty punishing if you do like the YOLO strat, where you just constantly stab, like mashing Y, and like constantly stab. On guard the swordfish. You can save like a couple seconds potentially, but yeah, if you fail the bonus, you'll probably lose like 20 seconds, so it's pretty risky. Alright, I don't even remember if it saves like 2 seconds, maybe like 1 even. So yeah, I've been also like crouching before falling into the water sometimes, because you can do like a crouch dive, which makes you dive really fast in the water instead of like being submerged and just like dropping slowly. So I did it in like 2 parts in that level, I think. So it occasionally comes up. So this level is the pretty scary one because of how punishing it is. Red Hot Ride. So we need to use our animal buddy Rambi here, which I'm on team heck Rambi. I think I jumped early. Okay, no, I'm good. I'm good. All right. So that first jump, like if you mistime that jump, you're dead, guaranteed. So it's like a pretty big time loss if that happens. And then I'm gonna kind of try to cheese the level by keeping Rambi throughout the rest of the level, because it's just faster to use his super dash. Sometimes Rambi does things that he shouldn't do and might kill the run. But so gonna be trying to get what's called an invisible object by doing a beetle clash there with a slope. And then with the invisible object, I'm able. I loaded certain things in a certain order, which kind of manipulated the IDs to move your signpost. TM. That's the name of the trick. And with that, I'm able to carry Rambi throughout this latter half of the level. So normally you should not be able to have Rambi in that bonus, for example. And because he's like taller, then you can like grab the stars easier. Actually, I have to do the backup here. Okay, thank God. So you can like kind of force yourself to bounce off of that clobber, but it is dangerous. And this loses time, but I'm gonna give myself a sip of coffee. I always do it in marathons. Oh yeah, I'm also Dixie instead of Diddy here. Oh, that's like extra time loss actually. Yeah, it loses about 4 seconds to get that fanfare, but you know, that whole glitchy like Dixie on Dixie, because of like you're not supposed to be able to hit a goal target with an animal buddy, because usually there's a sign that gets rid of them, like always. So alright, so I'm gonna try the, I forgot if this is called the super big boy. There was a name for this one, because you like go a little higher from bouncing off the enemy. So yeah, you can save like 3 seconds by getting into that bonus from the bottom side instead of going to the left. And I don't know how I got that out of the 8 chests, because that was definitely like 1 in 8 chance. No, I'm kidding. That chest that I particularly got, the Creme coins is always in that one. So there's like actually no randomness in that bonus. Unlike the other one that had actual RNG. So there I could have tried to go for a 2-1 jump, but it's like, instead of team throwing into that barrel, but it is very scary, because if you miss, then you can just like fall off that ledge and fall down. So yeah, I don't think like any runners even go for it. I could be wrong on that statement, but I think a lot of people opt to not do it because of the risk. The risk versus it not saving that much time, basically. Because again, 2-1 jumps, it's like a frame perfect input into like a 2 frame, so shit's scary. Yeah, so taking squawks, it's a little faster to do this level in 2 visits because I ideally do the bonus exit. So like, you know, press start and select when I grab the crown point. I think to skip the fanfare. Yeah, there you go. All right, so now we got Cleaver. This is level called Cleaver's Kill, I think. So which is Cleaver? Is it the sword or is it the flaming hand in the lava? Alright, I got the second best RNG there. Got the worst RNG on this. And second worst on this. Okay. Yeah, so fortunately the RNG variance like doesn't save or lose like too much time between whether you get like a bad spawn or good spawn for the cannonballs. But you know, you have to take extra time to like travel forward and backwards to pick up the cannonball and like attack him with it. Alright, so Cleaver should be done right here. The Flying Diddy. Oh my god, 19 and a half minutes? Okay. Yeah, my PB, I think I'm at like 18 and a half, and I like complain about that time. So, yeah, I mean, I had a death, like a 40-second death, so, you know, for roughly 40-second death, so it's fair. Oh, and the Jungle Jinx mishap at the start. I forgot about that. So yeah, Rambi. So when I jumped over that barrel into the other one, there's actually like 1 pixel where if you jump, you'll like fall in between both barrels and you can actually die. It's like a, I don't know, I call it the death pixel, but yeah. No, I killed all the rats. Shoot. I wanted to keep the front one alive, but it's fine. So for whatever reason, like, you can like kind of jump behind that guy and instead of him throwing the chest all the way to the right, it'll just like slip out of his hands and go straight down, so you can like save a little time. If you bonk that chest, you can get knocked backwards into the water though, as he's like doing the wind up, so you kind of have to be careful about jumping there. Because then yeah, since I got the mid barrel, like you'd have to go back over and like lure that guy again. So wastes a lot. So here we can try and go for a swamp fly, which so when I team throw it into that barrel before, I have what's called an airborne state, which I've been using airborne states like throughout the run a bit. So when you damage boost with the airborne state, you get like a higher damage boost. So Dixie can get like just enough height that she can like hover across the swamp part, so that you don't have to go into that auto barrel that's scrolling sideways, because it's like basically an auto scroller and like it's really slow to use it. So it saves us like a bunch of seconds pretty much to do that damage boost strat and the team throw into the other barrel to get the airborne state. So other things I've been using airborne state for has been goal swaps. So when running on top of a goal at the end of the level, sometimes I'll swap Kongs, and it cancels their tagging animation when they swap, and they like tag hands and then switch places. So you can like complete the level while also switching to the other Kong at the start of the next level by doing it. So I've occasionally been doing that. But the airborne state, usually you need to either have been shot out of a barrel, team throw into a barrel in some cases. Now there's a lot of ways to set it up, but it's like, yeah, they're like kind of specific, like each of them. So with the one I did, yeah, like team throwing into one of the barrels and barrel by you. Ah, I went the wrong way. Alright. You know, new movement, new routing. I'm just kidding. You find alternate paths. So yeah, this level, Glimmers, is like generally pretty tough between like top runners and even like mid-level runners. Because when you like bonk into walls, you pretty much lose all your speed. So you want to try to like cut corners as tight as you can without like touching the wall by accident. So it's so easy to lose time without like noticing that you're like really losing that much time. So the common statement that commentators will say for this game is like it's, you know, player like mid-level players will probably lose like 4 seconds to like someone who's like extremely good at this level, like pretty often without noticing like why as well. So I do need to visit a second time though because the bonus and the DK coin are both at the start, but you kind of have to do like a massive backtrack to after you get all these. So it's faster to beat the level than like come back and then you know, just start select out of the level after you get the DK coin. I don't think it's faster by a lot either, but it is faster. So you can like swim over that coin and like leave the bonus without collecting it, but if you grab the coin from the backside, then you'll skip that fanfare where I like stopped for a bit. I try to go for it, but I just didn't get it. Alright, so this level I die pretty often in. What's this? Crockhead, crackhead, crockhead, clamber. Yeah, normally in any percent there's like a wrong warp that saves like 25 seconds, but I like the warpless version of this level a lot. It is like a bit difficult as well. There's pits everywhere, so it's like, you know, you misstep, then you can just easily die anywhere. Oh, also there's no dev intended warp barrels anymore. There's one in every level in World 1 and World 2 in this game. I think in DKC 3, I think that's the same as well. Yeah, so I need this bonus. The brief shoes appearance, the flyest kicks, as I said earlier. Yeah, so these crockheads, you can, yeah, so you touch the barrel and the crockheads appear, and they got kind of wonky physics as well, in terms of, like, being able to roll or jump off of them, so it is very easy to slip off of crockheads. So I'm gonna play this end part safe, because, I could've done one, like, riskier roll, but it's so easy to either not land on the crockhead from just undershooting your jump, or sometimes you, like, literally clip through the head and just fall through. And then loses a lot of time because you die like right at the end of the level, so yeah. Sacrifice like a second to try and secure the bag, you know. So yeah, this level, get your cat jams and rat jams up in here. Serato battle for speedrunners, like generally, usually there's a mixed bag. There's a lot of people that like hate this level, and then there's people that like really love this level. But I'm in between. I feel like I'm like pretty solid overall at this level, but like, yeah, it's not like my favorite level or anywhere close. Which yeah, I guess because handling the snake is difficult because there's like some tech. Oh, this might be dicey because I missed that jump. Never mind, I'm good. Ah, yeah, I tried a trick there called true double jump, or TDJ for short. So, there's 2 types of double jumps that you can do with Ratley, which are probably each a glitch. So there's a short hop double jump. So, if you're holding his super jump charge with A, if you tap the jump button for a short amount of time, he'll get this like glitchy jump state that you can jump out of again. So, hence the double jump. So, I'm doing it occasionally in this bonus as well. Ooh, this is a really bad bonus time. Alright, not really bad, but, you know, subpar to my standard, I guess. So I did another double jump there. So then, yeah, true double jump. So when you're falling from the air, there's, like, roughly a 3-frame window where you can hold both A and B together, and he'll do the glitchy jump state, but with a full jump instead of a short hop. So you get even more height, but it's like a 3-frame window to get the true double jump. And yeah, in this run, you don't have to do like true double jumps like that often, but sometimes it's like cracked to get a few in a row. It's like really nice. And if you want to play a hard ROM hack called DKC2 Unveiled, made by I failed the pause when I touched the coin. So yeah, made by MTSys, who's another high level runner in DKC2. Better than me for sure at this game. He I know some of the levels in that ROM hack for like speed running, you can do like a lot of true double jumps at the same time, which looks so sick, but it like looks really difficult. I haven't played that ROM hack yet. I've been meaning to. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Alright, so this level, Black Ice Battle, is like really cool because you like don't really see below you. I didn't do like perfect execution, but overall it was like pretty good outside of like, well, one like kind of larger mistake and one like minor error. So I was pretty content with that half. So this bonus is really punishing to fail as well. So hopefully that doesn't happen. So you kind of just simply jump over the bees, but I don't know, it's it is kind of tight to clear over like both bees with one jump. You can play it safe and just jump over like one by one by one by one, but I usually am confident in jumping over two. Unless I mess up my movement right away, then I'll try to adjust. So there I did a team up goal. So the same with like the 2-1 jump thing, like you press jump, then team up 2 frames after, then same principle. It like kind of puts you in the air briefly. So, but team up goal is a frame perfect input. So since I swapped in the water, I have like this like super floaty state with the other Kong. So after taking damage, then the game kind of thinks that Diddy's still underwater, I guess. So if you're holding the jump button after you take damage, then you can like fly really high. So I was able to get that bonus from the underside instead of like going all the way up. So now I'm directly above the bonus. So you would normally get this invincibility barrel and then swim down in the water. Because there's that piranha in the water that will chomp you normally. But if you have the invincibility barrel, then it won't hurt you. Like right now. So there I did another swap in the water. So I'll try and do another super jump. Okay, I got it still. That's good. Yeah, to skip another portion of the level. Nope. Alright, it's fine. So there I did what's called a moonwalk. So whenever I was facing to the right, then I was like moving while starting my movement while facing right before Diddy ends up turning left and sliding for a while. And that lets the camera not scroll to the left like as early. So the enemy will spawn on screen later. So you can kind of like jump over those guys by spawning them a little later. But I think I jumped too early, so I still bounced on the guy. So I was worried that I was going to drop the cannonball off the ledge when I bounced off that enemy, but it at least stayed on, so I didn't lose like that much time from not getting either moonwalk. So yeah, this song reminds a lot of people of their childhood, so press 1 if you had a childhood. The community meme. So yeah, generally, so what? The faster tech for these barrels, so if a barrel is facing in the direction you already want to go, then you have a 3-frame window to shoot out of it. So the terminology is the quick shot. So like that one, for example. So it's 3 frames before it turns after you enter the barrel. So it's like a little bit of optimization. There's another quick shot right there, which that one I find to be the hardest one, is like you can't see the barrel, so it's like still kind of off screen. But I have a visual cue when like collecting that banana when exiting the bonus, so I kind of look for it to hit a certain part of the screen, and then I shoot or I press the button. So I'm gonna try for vine clip. All right, nice. So I got a big boy off of that enemy, and then you get just enough height that when you bump into that vine, you can like team throw your partner like through the vine and skip a section that we call the maze of shame, where there's a maze of like barrels that you got to shoot through, kind of like the beginning of the level. So and like find your path. There's like another backup to like skip the maze of shame that's like slower than that vine clip. Or there's actually like 2 backup strats actually. One involves a damage boost, so you would lose Diddy, and the other one they call the Everyman's Clip, I think. I've heard 2 names for it. I think Dave Clip and Everyman Clip. Where you don't need to do a big boy, you can just like jump into part of a bramble that doesn't damage you from above. Alright, so anyways, Cudgel. So we got a snoozer boss, which... yeah, normally... I guess I can chill and be like, yo. So if y'all want to... yet again, if y'all want to donate to the cause, then I know the link's in the About page. And I'm unsure still if there's an exclamation point donate command. I was going to test it out myself in between runs, and I forgot to type it, but it's fine. But yeah. Always turtle blacks are always nice, you know? So... anyway, so with this, pretty much it's trying to not get hit. And... I'm doing some quick hit tech, so... Cudgel... so whenever I carry these... pick up these TNT barrels, then when he's falling down, then I'm walking underneath him. So we're both facing backwards to each other. And then yeah, as soon as he lands, then like Dixie's throw animation, since she like whips her hair back, then I lost the cycle though. That's a big time loss. Yeah, so she whips her hair back, and then yeah, so she'll like hit sooner, pretty much. So usually to know when he's gonna fall, I'm like, this is a really cute tech. So counting Dixie's oscillations, so when she picks up the barrel, she's kind of like bobbing up and down in place, and like I'm counting the amount of time she does that. So first cycle 6, second time is 4, third is 2, fourth one's like 2.5, fifth is 2 again, and then 1. So I used to fail the fourth cycle a lot because I would move too early, because kind of need to wait like 2.5 instead of like 2. Because yeah, if he's facing towards you, he'll like jab your barrel with his club and like break it. So then you have to do the cycle again if that happens. So if you move too early, he'll not be backwards, basically. Alright, so Hornet Hole. So normally there is a tech that everybody loves to watch called another scrolly scroll, kind of like what I did in Jungle Jinx, but in this category I can't do it because I need to get the DK coin over here, because you would skip it entirely, and you need Squitter. What you would normally do is one of the hooks way back, you would shoot a web platform underneath it, and then you dismount off of Squitter, re-land on him while holding a hook, while hanging on a hook, and when he remounts, then the camera will freak out and give you like the scrolly scroll effect, where it moves really fast to the right. So we kind of semi-recently learned that it only saves 1 second, because people thought it saved a lot, but compared to like just keeping Squitter through the remainder of the level in any percent, it's actually like only about a second difference. Or I think most optimal it's like 1.2 or something like that. So for such a cool trick, it doesn't save as much time as it looks, unfortunately. But yeah. So another instance where bonuses are like at the start of the level. There's actually 2 bonuses. So you beat the level, then come back. Doesn't want to abuse the start select exit. So yeah, if an audio glitch happens after I exit out of this level, then don't be afraid if you hear like echoing audio and stuff. It's a bug that sometimes happens. I think it might be specific to version 1.0. But yeah, we'll talk about 1.0 in a sec. But first, it actually is faster to bash this chest into the enemies instead of throwing the chest at them, because the animation is just longer. Yeah, so version differences. So I'm playing on 1.0, so all the wrong warps that you normally see in like any percent and like true ending and stuff like that. Most of them you can't do with like invisible objects and like corrupting warp barrels or bonus barrels or cannons. And cause version 1.0 the game will like soft lock / crash if you try it. So and the reason for that, so we play on 1.0 is because, well, we don't need most of those wrong warps anyway, since they don't count for percent, because the game doesn't consider the level like truly beaten. So even if you re-enter a level, you won't, you can't like start select out of it, but you're able to like go on to the next level. So for any percent, that's like perfect. For 102, it's a, you know, you wouldn't get like full completion. So I did leave 1B alive, but if you go through the no squawk sign, it counts as like an enemy dying, I think. Something like that. So you yeah, so what the heck? So you can skip 1 kill. Okay, that's a very, very massive time loss that I died in this easy auto scroller right before the mid barrel. But yeah, there's like something like getting in my eye, so it was like distracting. Admittedly. I don't know what it was, like a hair or a bug, a small bug maybe, I don't know. So, it sucks that I just lost like probably like a minute to that death there, but it's what it is. It's probably like less than a minute, maybe, I'm actually not too sure. Since I don't need to do the bonus again, since that bonus again, since I did it once already. Actually, if I had failed that bonus, I probably would have had to take a death as well, or redo the level after beating it. So you want to jump over that dragonfly because it saves like half a second, I think, instead of bouncing. So I tried to skip over him, but I jumped too early because I was like distracted from like scratching or like brushing like under my eye. John's excuses, I know, but yeah. It's right. I think that's like the 3rd time I ever like died in this level in a run. Never in this category either, but 90% I've like died from like trying to read chat too much or something and like looking away before. And then yeah, frame savers in this level, you can also try to jump off some of these carts early so that you land on the next one earlier, and it like saves a very minuscule amount of time, but it kind of adds up to like a second over the course of the run or something. So I skip over that second dragonfly because again, it saved like half a second, like not bouncing off the other one. Swag balloon. Sometimes we grab the swag balloon, sometimes we say no to swag. Alright, so Bramble Scramble. So first off, I gotta remember to not do the wrong one, because I will crash the game. I did that in a run once. Not in a marathon run, but just like a regular PB attempt on like a decent run. So there I tried to do a big boy to get enough height to get that invincibility barrel without team throwing up to get it. But I failed the big boy itself, so that's what it is. So there's another bonus that you can't retry if you fail, so without like redoing the level. So yeah, try and be careful. Oh, I missed 2 stars back. Yeah, if I have a number that's not divisible by 4, I'm kind of like, uh-oh, what happened? So 22, I was like, oh, that's suspicious. Quick math. Yeah, so there's a lot of this like tight flying and like, I don't know, sometimes I just literally spam shots and don't really aim that well, but sometimes I do actually try to aim. Sometimes can also like reduce lag a little, killing enemies. So I want to try to do what's called, so there's a signpost skip right here. So you can take damage and scroll the screen up enough to like just barely despawn the no squawks barrel, and you can fly over it, but you also do have to take damage for it to work. So it skips having to transform into Squidder and using like web platforms to navigate through that part to get the DK coin. So, and also in addition saves 3 seconds from not like having to go through like the transforming into Squidder animation. So here there's a version difference. So if I were playing on the US version, there would be way more bees and like birds here, and like 2 more of these guys as well. But in the Japanese version, there's like fewer enemies. If you get through because you can get through without slowing down on both versions of the game, so it doesn't technically like save or lose time for depending on your version. Well, for this level anyway, like it doesn't like save or lose time. It just makes it a little easier in Japanese. But there is a level later where English 1.0 is slower by a bit. I think it's like a 5-second difference, so it is optimal to play in Japanese for 102% and warpless as well, due to a potential soft lock spot that would happen in US, but not in Japanese. So yeah, Rickety Race. I think the last marathon run I did, I actually died in this level because I kind of tried to like relax my hand and I like fat fingered the jump button and just jumped into a pit at the wrong time, which was hilarious because I lost like probably a minute, like near the end. Yeah, so jumping down steep slopes saves time in this level. So whenever see at least like a mildly steep slope, then I'm usually jumping off them. Hey, first time I gotten Kong. All the Kong letters. Yeah, like somewhere like near here I died. So got first place, got the DK coin. I mean, same as any percent. Like after you do the bonus, then like every category is the same in that level. So personally, I like never practice it even because I practiced it enough. Alright, so oh, whoa, I thought I was gonna die there. So that's another level that it's very easy to die if you try to be more optimal. Like doing like under the world strats like that. Or manhole. So yeah, Mudhole Marsh. Yeah, the Eagle Pit here, there's so many different strats you can do. Oh god, I missed a 2-1 jump, so when I did that first jump for no reason. So I got scared that Sonic was gonna troll me. If you thought Sonic the Hedgehog be in this game, it's now Sonic the Cat O' Ninetails, I guess. Yeah, so that enemy's called Cat O' Ninetails, but we call them Sonics because, you know, they pretty strongly resemble Sonic. So there I did a moonwalk with a crouch to spawn that Sonic a little later, so that you can roll through both for extra speed. So yeah, normally you would do a wrong warp with this cannonball and cannon, but in any percent. But yeah, again, no wrong warps here, baby. Or well, very few. So you can get a 14 there, but I'm a coward and went a little slower because I didn't want to like fail the bonus. It's kind of annoying to barely touch a B in the wrong way. So I moonwalk here, so you can roll through everything, get over in 2, and then this ending barrel. So I never really talked about Dixie, the fanfares. So Dixie's guitar solo is like faster by like 3 seconds than Diddy's rap. So you want to end levels with Dixie where you have to get fanfares. But I also do want to start with Dixie in this level. The non-task is just easier to do a lot of this level with Dixie instead of Diddy. So yeah, so Clobber Carnage. Another somewhat tough level for the Lost World stages. There's 2 invisible object abuses that I'm gonna be trying for. There is with clob rolling, I think is what it's called. So I lost like 5 minutes in like my practice run to, or not 5 minutes, 3 minutes in my practice run to trying to figure out why this kept like not working for seemingly no reason. So, oh, this is probably gonna fail. Yep, I knew it. So that's a like 20-second time loss because all the movement was wrong. So now I gotta go through this like whole auto scroller because normally what you do is you like throw up this rotatable barrel to shoot you really far, like I did the first time, and like you skip most of this area. But yeah, now I have to like very slowly auto scroll through it. And this is the correct one, right? Yeah. Okay, in my practice run, I also like shot out of that barrel too early to like take damage. So then I died and was like, oh, I gotta do the invises again, and I failed them like probably like 4 or 5 more times. And it's like, oh, I didn't do the moonwalk strat. Whoops. So yeah, overall, pretty smooth bonus. Didn't do the frame savers though. Alright, so Ramby Rumble. This level's actually pretty tough to optimize as well. I'm not even gonna do the super optimal strat for this this big boy here. Doing a regular one. So that actually skips a lot of the level, even though it kind of doesn't look like it. Oh, I got the B cycle skip there. I was told it's not possible if you do the regular big boy there, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't affect the B cycle because the B gets. I think the Bs start moving later when they're like actually on screen. So. Yeah. But either way, I debunked that claim I was told with by getting that skip just now. I mean, I've hit the skip before, but even before I was told that. So now I have it on a saved video in this marathon. So that's proof. Oh shoot. So yeah, I've been doing Ramby double jumps, especially in like Red Hot Ride. I never actually talked about them. I thought it was an intended tech as a kid, which is kind of funny. So I never needed to actually like figure out how it works like as a new speedrunner before, because UJC people have trouble with Ramby double jumps. So what you do is when you have a super dash and you're in the air, if you let go and re-hold the jump button, so B, and then cancel your dash by pressing back, then Ramby will like jump again in midair. So with that, I used to think that was the intended way of how to get that DK coin with Ramby. I didn't know there was like invisible hooks that are on the outside of the room right before the Ramby transformation barrel. Until I saw a friend streaming. She was doing her first ever like playthrough of this game, and then she found that out, and I was like, oh, what the? I didn't even know that that was like the intended way. And she like figured it out on her own. I was like, well. I laughed so hard seeing that. So yeah, King Zing. So again with version differences, so version 1.0, King Zing moves absurdly slow. So the movement that you want to do to kind of like kite him around the room is like way different than like in any percent. Since again in any percent you're playing version 1.1. Or other categories like True Ending and some of the side categories. A lot of them are generally on 1.1. Aside from Warpless. But, yeah, in 1.1 they just made him faster. Same with Crow 2, which is the next boss in World 5. He moves, like, really slow in this category. Actually, on one of the cycles, there's, like, a risk that you can, like, soft lock because of how slow he moves. It's just kind of funny, but yeah. So you have to like intentionally go slower to like not risk the soft lock. Yeah, so this level usually is pretty comfy for me, but sometimes I do slip up and die. We'll see though. I also occasionally forget like bonuses or something in this level, so hopefully now that I just said that out loud, I like won't miss like the second bonus in this level. Sometimes I just super autopilot and just do like any percent muscle memory, and then I just forget until like I'm at the end of the run and just lose like half a minute to that. So yeah, 5 hits on that chest to bust it open. Yeah, so here-ish. So you can try to big boy off of this guy. Doing the safer version though. So to skip those ropes that disappear really fast. Then yeah, you can like big boy into the bonus. If you do the big boy from the front, it's faster though, by like almost a second. But I did the backside anyway. So yeah, so we try to roll through all of these guys. That roll is a bit dangerous. If you go too fast as well, that last rope won't spawn by the time you jump immediately, so I had to slow down purposely. And since I have 2 Kongs here, then team up goal. So I forget if I visited Cranky in World 4, so out of paranoia, I'm just gonna do it there. Because otherwise I'd be short 1%. I think I did, but I don't remember if I actually did or not. So Haunted Hall, I actually don't even know how to do like the task routing for this, but if you kind of copy like how task jumps in this level, then you can like save frames everywhere. Pretty sure I already started off wrong even, but it's fine. So yeah, generally jumping up slopes like saves time, and jumping down steep slopes as well saves time. And then I heard if you're jumping while going straight, sometimes it'll lose time. Oh, I'm pretty sure I lost time there, even from not jumping as many times as I should have. It's fine though. So yeah, if you take that top bonus, it forces you into this lower bonus. So a bonus on a bonus. So we call this one the Mario 64 bonus, because you need to get 120 stars. Probably gonna be a lot faster than a task in SM64, because, you know, I'm just goated like that, I guess. Alright, anyway. Yeah, what else is there to say? So yeah, if this timer runs out, then Cackle will laugh at you, and you'll take damage. So plus barrels add time, minus barrels remove time. So there's that whole gimmick. Yeah, so I want to avoid... This one's like all minus barrels, so gotta be careful. So yeah, whenever you gain speed from like slopes and stuff, then yeah, you can also kind of like maintain your speed by like jumping a lot. It's odd. And you want to jump through any of those doors that you enter, you want to jump through them as well. And oh my god, I almost forgot to jump to this bonus. I would have like cried if I missed this. So I'm gonna play this safe and not do like extra jumps like down slopes and stuff. Because this bonus is really punishing the fail, so... And you know, it's going kind of fast. But if I were trying to optimize, I didn't practice this level like at all, so... you know, marathon safety. Because you can't retry that bonus, so I'd have to like die and then start from the mid-barrel again. Or even worse, beat the level and then start over, but... So yeah, at that point you should just die on purpose, but yeah. Yeah, so I know the timer was at zeros, but it wasn't even close. So make sure not to forget this DK coin here, otherwise you gotta do the whole level again. But yeah, now Gusty Glade. I like this level, but I feel like it's one of my... As I make a mistake right at the start. It's one of my weaker levels, I think, like, generally, but... So in, like, runs, I often bleed a lot of the time. Even if I don't die. Which I guess it's, like, pretty rare that I die in this level, but, like, I bleed time to getting hit a lot and stuff, generally. Or, like, messing up strats, so... See, my any percent PB, I was ahead by a lot, and then I bled a lot of time in this level, so... So I always get hit, like, early and stuff. But anyways. So yeah, pretty trivial bonus. Just kind of jump over everything. Oh my god, that was obnoxious. So I did the strat properly, but I think I got subpixeled. So when I rolled off that ledge, the corner like killed all my speed, so I just like dropped down. So normally you would roll into the chest where that cutlass was, and you kill him before he tries to attack you, basically. Also, I don't know how I missed that one point. One star coin. Oh, no. Okay, that was kind of poor because I think optimal. I think getting like a 29 was like a good time, and I got 24 because I shot like 3 extra times. Yeah, that bonus is actually really difficult to optimize though. I usually get like 27 generally, but 24 is like really poor. Well, there was like 2 mistakes, so it's fair. And there did the LZ swap, so you can like land like just a bit past the goal and swap Kongs, because you want to start this one with Dixie. And then there's a DK coin over here. Then yeah, so I'm gonna try to not ride any of the parrots or like dismount as soon as I touch them, pretty much, and then kind of memorize where I'm dropping. So, oh, I hovered early. Whoops. So in any percent, this is like usually, especially if people don't speedrun this game or if they're new to the run, like this is usually like the most visually appealing like level to watch because of how you're just kind of falling down and like memorizing like most of the level while swerving around bees and stuff. Like, I think it's very cool looking, and like, yeah, people that know this game like love seeing this level in speedruns. But in 102%, it kind of, I feel like it kind of kills the pacing because of like the bonuses kind of kill the pacing, like going to these 2 bonuses. But you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, so ideally you don't want to pick up that TNT barrel because I don't know, wastes a small amount of time. So this next section that I'm gonna drop down, if I make a mistake like midway, then I'm guaranteed gonna die. But if you take a hit early or late, there's like a lot of backup strats you can do to save yourself. But oh, I didn't get the thing. Uh-oh. So that wasn't the part I was talking about, but I had to do a backup because I didn't get we call the headbutt, where you, when I took damage with Dixie, normally you're supposed to like bonk your head on the ceiling, but yeah, for whatever reason I didn't get it like this time, which for me is like pretty rare to happen. If I just do my normal movement, then it just usually works every time, but I must have did something like kind of scuffed, if I were to guess. Oh wait, why did I take damage the second time? What am I doing? Did that on purpose? Whoops. So yeah, the safety strat for that section is just to do like 2 damage boosts, usually with like Dixie first. Alright, I got the headbutt this time, so it should be fine. Here's what it is though. What? I swear I was mashing up. I don't know how I got a left press there. Oh my god. Ooh, the corner just like ate my speed again. It's fine. I like reacted and adjusted though, so wasn't too major. So yeah, Web Woods, the level I was talking about, that casually is notoriously a very dreaded level. I've seen videos about this being like the worst level design of all the DKC trilogy and stuff like that, so there has been some lengthy complaints about the level, pretty much. But a speedrun, since we do the instant web platforms that I mentioned, you do speed it up a lot. So I'm gonna damage boost here, and I have like a 9-frame window or something to like jump after that damage boost. So it's scary looking, but it is like fairly consistent. I think I'm too far to leap of faith. Okay, yeah, definitely. So I'm gonna try for the fast cannonball strat. There you go. Get the bonus. So normally, that cannon enemy that shoots the cannonball, you shoot like you'll shoot one fast cannonball, then you'll shoot this really, really slow one, which, if you lead that one to the bonus, like, it travels so slow that I think it loses like 25 seconds or something, but kind of like the intended way. So if you use that fast cannonball, you like save a ton of time. Oh, I did that wrong, but that's fine. So yeah, I'm going underside because I want to try and keep both combos. Oh, I went up too early. Oops. It's fine. And yeah, there's a bit of strats called like Leap of Faith, which you can use like a little less like web platforms, but if your movement's not like crisp enough, then you're probably just gonna die or have to like opt to shoot another web anyway. So I didn't even go for it there. My movement was like so scuffed anyway. So yeah, the rareware sign for that bonus. They had the logo. Rare is a dope company. So you can grab this DK coin on that cycle, but if you miss, you gotta redo the whole level, and it loses like a minute and a half or so. So I just took the 2-second time loss instead to try to be safer. So like that DK coin flashes for like it's 11 frames, I think. So the devs knew. They're like they really tried to cheese you by making you like do the like that grueling level, like especially as a casual where you're like slowly shooting one platform at a time the whole time. And they're like, "Oh, you just missed that DK coin. Like, don't you want to play this level again?" Like, okay, yeah. So I got the worst RNG on this cycle. Oh, I also super messed up. Uh-oh. I think Crow's gonna be on the right side or left side on the third cycle because I took too long. I wasn't ready to like jump on the bird, so that's my fault. Yeah. Nope. Where did it spawn? What the heck? Oh my god. I could barely not see the right side, so it's like, oh, I got left spawn. Yeah, so sometimes having Crow too awkwardly on the left side like that makes you do weird things, I guess. So I choked. Alright, so the optimal RNG is to get middle, right for the 3 spawns. So I got triple left. Oh god, actually that's like the worst RNG you can get. Jeez. And yeah, getting left spawn on the second cycle, this cycle particularly, loses like 2 seconds, which I got it again. Classic. So yeah, this cycle, if you go too fast, when you get shot out of the barrel at the top, then you can end up bonking Crow, and he'll, you can get knocked into this like lower section down below, and like, it could be a soft lock risk if that happens. Left again. And I died again. Nah, I'm just kidding on this one. I had to go for the little troll on all y'all. Yeah, so if you beat him, then like enough time has passed before you die, then yeah, you lose a life though, but your death gets interrupted and you can complete the level. But yeah, when I died the first time, I probably lost almost a minute for that death, so it's pretty annoying, but it is what it is. Yeah, I think to like major mistakes, I probably lost at least like 4 minutes by this point. So, in this run. But that's why I had a kind of generous estimate of an hour and 40 minutes, so. Oh, I did this movement wrong again. I forget how to move to despawn that left guy. There's a certain way you're supposed to move after the bonus, but I just don't remember. I'd have to like practice it or just look at a VOD or something. Watch my PB or something. So yeah, normally there's a kind of notorious like newer trick for any percent and warpless called Arctic Zip. So there's a way to like get stuck in a wall and zip upwards to the end from like the beginning of the level. Saves like 15 seconds. But since we need to do these bonuses, or this bonus, then yeah, we don't do it in this category, and we just use the swordfish the whole time. Oh wait, no, first bonus, you have to transform into On Guard as well, so yeah, for both the bonuses, pretty much. So yeah, sometimes that last B, I like have traded hits for like no reason when carrying the chest into him, so I'm always paranoid. So to avoid getting a fanfare, I went up to the top and then I quick dive into the water to touch the ground, then swim up. So that just prevented Dixie from doing her guitar solo, basically. So it does cost a bit of time to set up, but it's like it does save a lot compared to getting the fanfare. Sanimal Antics. This level casually is pretty notorious for being difficult. We gotta. It's like a gauntlet of using like all of the animal buddies in the game. Which the later parts with the brambles and the wind is like especially notorious. So Squitter, and Squawks are like generally like the ones that are considered hard. So I'm gonna grab this midway first, just in case. So damage boost is on purpose. And we got this long B pit. No! Yeah, see? Good thing I took the thing. I moved way too early, so still in the cooldown where I couldn't shoot out another web platform, so... Oh. Yeah, you can, like, not stop on webs when you do instant platforms, but to be able to do that, when you move and jump off the next web, you have to, like, move and jump off pretty much, like, the very edge of the web. So if you jump too early, then you're gonna end up not having enough time to make another platform. So I usually slow down a small amount. So you can fly over this transformation barrel and get that DK coin, but if you go a little too high, you'll hit the bramble and fail the bonus, so then you have to redo the bonus. So I did try to go for the skip, but I did undershoot it by a little, so like a 3-second time loss. Transform back to Splitter. But it's better than losing like half a minute or whatever to like failing the bonus because I went too high, right? Yo, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Oh, whoops. It's fine. So if I take damage there, then you want to just kind of like muscle through. The rest of the level, go as fast as you can and abuse your invincibility frames. It is better to like not take damage there, but if you do, then just try to abuse the iframes after. I think I was gonna die if I went full forward there. My movement looked a little short compared to normal. Alright, so Dixie, you can hover above with the true double jump and going through the Ratley sign instead of going on the underside and taking the auto barrel. Alright, so next level is... I'm gonna play this safe, because you can sometimes die to bonking off of that beetle. When you roll into it, sometimes you'll just like bounce off it instead of rolling through it. What? My hover just didn't input for like no reason. Alright, so I gotta be careful because I have a good shot at dying now because that happened. So I'm just gonna play this part a little slow. Alright, should be okay now. As long as I don't have any like freak misinputs again. Should be chill. Though, doing this bonus as Diddy, because Diddy and Dixie's hitboxes are different, then there's a chance I could like fail this bonus to being Diddy. So normally you want to land in between both flitters each time, so you can kill 2 of them with 1 bounce, but yeah, I failed most of it. I've been getting like progressively worse and worse at that bonus. They usually be like, alright, I fail maybe like the last 2 or something, but now I'm getting like 1 at best, a lot. Alright, so this skip right here, yeah, the camera won't follow you up here if you're playing on the US version on 1.0, so that's what I was talking about, like the soft lock risk on US version there. So instead you would have to do like the intended way, and it loses like 5 seconds, so yee. Oh shoot, that's a pretty big time loss there. So I tried what's called Ghetto B skip So you can skip under 2 of those bees in one wind cycle, but I was too far forward, so I got hit. So after this level, assuming that I don't die, then after this level, I'm gonna have to revisit this level or Arctic Abyss and get a Diddy back. So just play this safe and throw that clobber at the enemy, because the clobber, if you bonk into him like while you're right under the goal, he'll bump you into the goal, and then like you have to redo the whole level to get this bonus. So loses a lot of time if that happens. So gotta be like really careful. And since I never planned to be Dixie here, then I don't know if there's like a strat to pick up the clobber before he pops out of the barrel. So normally you would do a moonwalk, like 2 moonwalks with Diddy to avoid it. Oh, I got the perfect. So there's like 1 frame if you bounce off that clobber and also touch the DK barrel, then you won't get like the freeze frames where you get Diddy back. So minor time save for the backup. Yeah, so Castle Crush. So this level is the longest auto scroller in like the entire trilogy by a lot. So if you do this level normally, like even without the bonuses, this level's like more than 4.5 minutes long, which is pretty absurd. I love the music though for it. So what I'm gonna do is, so I mentioned how in this category, in this version, I won't be really doing wrong warps, but you'll be doing a trick called a goal summon, which does warp your position to the goal. So around 1/4 of the way through this auto scroller, then you'll be trying to go for the goal summon. If I fail it, then I gotta like redo the level, and it's gonna lose like 1.5 minutes or so. Hopefully I don't. It's generally not too tough to do, but sometimes it's like fails for like seemingly no reason, so we'll see. So I do need to keep this DK barrel the whole way through, so if I were to lose this barrel, then I also just gotta die and then try again. So we do this level in two visits. Since we actually touched the goal with this wrong warp, then it counts for percent, and you can also start select exit on the next visit. Okay, it works. Cool. So with that invisible object, then yeah, able to kind of warp your position to the goal in a glitchy way. So since it's ruled as a warp in the warpless category, we can't do it, unfortunately. Because zips are fine, because it like zipping moves you at a fast speed, so it's not considered a warp. But then a warp, because it moves your position like instantaneously to the goal, then it's considered a warp. So yeah, there's a whole like absurdly difficult like strat and routing for warpless, and also the optimal strat for 102% as well. You can do something called infinite team throw, where you so whenever you team throw in the air, when so say if you're Diddy and you team throw Dixie upwards, when she lands back on Diddy's shoulders from an up throw, then you have 1 frame where you can jump, and there's an abuse to make the jump like always buffer if you're just holding the jump button at certain points of time in the run. So they use that infinite team throw to climb up Castle Crush in 1 visit and save like, I forget, 20 seconds I think overall. I think it's 20 seconds in this category, and then in warpless it's like 1 minute, I think. So now I'm doing Castle Crush for a 2nd visit, because I still haven't done the bonuses and got the DK coin. So if you let that DK barrel wiggle around, then when there's like a lot more stuff on screen, then it'll cause more lag. So that's why sometimes I'm holding the barrel, even though this is like a little dangerous in some spots. Because if I get hit or bash it into an enemy, then I'll lose the barrel. So, and then yeah, I killed that one guy for lag reduction as well. and then just let the other one die, because when you hit enemies, like there's like a freeze frames for like 2 frames. So if you let the Crusher kill some of these enemies, then it saves like 2 frames. So slight optimizations. Like at the very start, like the rat at the beginning, I like let it get crushed as well instead of hitting it. Yeah, so there is another invincible object thing you can do to move the bonus. Pretty much where I did the wrong work. Very slightly above it. You can like right here, pretty much. You can move the bonus entry like closer to you. It saves like 3 seconds, but I don't know. If I fail it again, it'll lose like a minute and a half because I have to like redo the level. So just opted to not do it. And normally, the game intends for you to, like, enter that bonus with Rambi, but it gives you Rambi if you, found another way to get in. So here I'm trying for 2-1 Lotto. I usually have, like, a good track record. That sucks. I have a good track record of getting it in marathon runs, but got it 3rd try, but because of that, that porcupine was in the way, so that sucks. So I lost Diddy, so that's going to be a pretty large time loss, because now I gotta wait for the elevator to come up. Otherwise, I would be able to, like, team throw up a bunch more times to until I got to the Squawk's transformation barrel. But now I have to like wait for this Crusher to carry me up pretty much. I forget how much time this loses, like 10 seconds, maybe more. But it happens. Plus, so yeah, the 2-1 Lotto that I was talking about. So we do a 2-1 jump to get enough height to team throw up that spot where I got hit. And so, some oddities. So, how I mentioned, so the 2-1 jumps, like a frame perfect input to get the airborne state part, and then doing the actual jump after the team up completes is a 2-frame window. So if you hit the 2nd frame of the 2-frame window, your jump is slightly higher. And you need to hit that 2nd frame to get just enough height to be able to team throw up there, basically. So I got it 3rd try, but because of that, the enemy was like spawned enough, and he like was moving around, and he moved like right where I landed, basically. So yeah, I was trying to keep my 69 bananas just as a meme, but well, at the start I had 67, so I just like collected like 2 out of the 3 that were there just on purpose. So, you know, you gotta have the funny number. Alright, anyway. Chainlink Chamber, Warpless, this level is like one of my favorite levels, but with the bonuses added, I'm like, it's like still nice, but bonuses are kind of don't really like add anything for me generally. I think in my PB, I think I failed this first bonus, which I think I lost like 25 seconds because it lags a little, so it's like awkward to move, and the hitboxes are kind of cheese on these bees. So yeah, when they're really close, like those ones on the top. So the bees kind of like oscillate in a very kind of like small circle in place. What the? I got a down press for no reason? Okay. And yeah, since they oscillate in place, sometimes they like move into you a little when you like land too close. So yeah, it's kind of janky. And sometimes you get hit when it like really looks like you shouldn't, which is like criminal sometimes. But yeah. And then in addition, because the game like it like lags a bit, and it also will like kind of stop lagging in some spots, so it's like very awkward to like switch your movement because of like the variance in like, rather than it just being consistently laggy, it's like variance and like it's like what makes that a little more difficult. So it's so easy to kind of like overshoot your movement and barely like touch a beat or something. So I'm gonna try to zip through this wall. It didn't work for seemingly no reason, just like in my practice run. Here, try again though. Yeah, I don't know why Dixie is like moving forward now. Alright, there you go. So yeah, version 1.0, if you're like holding a direction sometimes when you swap, then you get moved backwards. And yeah, you can like phase through walls with it. On slope surfaces, like in web woods, you can like clip through the floor and just like fall to your death when that happens in some spots. So yeah, it's odd. Alright, so Toxic Tower. This level is generally considered pretty difficult, especially the snake part, which is first. Whenever newer runners like kind of hit like a hit a mid-level, about mid-level, then the common big time save is to start doing like at least slightly more optimal strats for this level. And the common question that comes up is, what kind of grip do you guys use for rat short hop double jumps? Because you have to do a bunch of them to optimize this level, right? And you can do like 2 true double jumps, so the true double jump was the part I was struggling on just now. But again, mention now it's like a 3-frame window. And yeah, so a lot of people have used like different hand grips for like doing these short hop double jumps a bunch. Because normal grip, I don't know, most people can't do short hop double jumps with a normal grip. I have a very, very, very weird controller grip, which often just like repost in the Discord like helper strategy section when people like ask about how to short hop double jump. My post it just says Lamau because I like hold it super weird, but I don't know, my short hop double jumps are like very consistent, so it works for me and it doesn't strain my hand at all. So anyways, I skipped or went through a lot of the level without talking about it. So this bonus is pretty easy, but if you fail, then you gotta die and retry from the mid barrel. So you gotta be careful. Oof. You can roll under that chain and avoid the toxic, but I failed. So usually I tie with the tasks for this level. Okay. Yeah, so there's Donkey. Oh, I might be missing a DK coin somewhere. Or a creme coin somewhere. Am I? I'm actually not sure. Yo, thank you, Samurai. Alright, so there's a faster strat there called the jump that you can do. People say it's the natural route, but I don't know, I find it too hard, mostly because of the game lagging. After the jump, actually. Getting near the top. Yeah, I hope I'm not short creme coin. So yeah, this bonus, usually if I fail it, it's like right at the start, so I got past the hard part, I guess. Yeah, I think I might be missing a bonus somewhere. We'll see. If I have 14 creme coins after I beat K. Rool, then I missed something somewhere. Alright, so I got race skip, so unfortunately we miss out on a banger though. Yeah, we top of the castle right now. Further beyond. I don't know why there's like brambles up here, like up above the castle. Yeah, so needed that DK coin there. Oof. Alright, failed the B-ring skip, but just need to not take damage again, otherwise you gotta redo this whole race skip area. So yeah, normally there's a fanfare skip here where you can land on the goal, but land on the goal after turning back to normal, but something. But what? Oh, in 102 you can't do it because of or at least non-tests you can't do it because it's weird. You have to not be flying higher than a certain point in the level, but we have to go up too high to get the DK coin, so it cancels the effect. So K. Rool, so got about a over 3 minute long fight. So it's like nine cycles, and The only way to speed it up is by getting throwing the cannonball into his blunderbuss when he's sucking, trying to suck you in faster. So on some cycles, you can do what's called dustless, where you won't see any of the dust from him sucking, and save some frames basically. In this cycle, you can kind of like crouch under the cannon, some of the cannonballs. So the first and third one you can't crouch under, and then the rest of them you can just kind of crouch in a specific spot. And then to try and get dustless, I usually use an audio cue before throwing there, but I was late. Because I was kind of out of position, so I tried to readjust my spot, and then I was too late after that. And then yeah, this part, oh my god, I remember when I was like 5-year-old kid, I think. Yeah, about 5, then, oh my god, this part was so hard. I felt like so smart figuring out how to do it. Oh, that was too early? No way. So yeah, if you lose the cannonball, like it disappears over time. And yeah, then you gotta redo that whole cycle. And failing on that cycle loses like 25 seconds, so it's like quite a lot. I don't know, I'm not gonna PB anyway, so I just like wasted time for fun there. Alright, so got the blue monkeys, so this also wastes time, but you know, gotta show it off for marathon stuff, you know. It was too early too. What? Oh no. No, I lost this cycle. That's so bad. So everything's gonna be mirrored, so I like don't know how like rough this is gonna be. Oh, the cannonball's all the way there. That's so funny. All right. So now I get to be out of my comfort zone a little on this one. Doing everything backwards is hilarious. So where's the cannonball gonna spawn? Here. Oh, it's still like almost in the same spot. Or it is the same spot. Dang. All right, that's fine. So yeah, normally with these swirling around, you can just kind of like stand in one specific spot. All right, so yeah, Diddy can actually just like kind of outrun getting sucked if you like run against the wall most of the time. So yeah, there's like a variance in the strength of K. Rool's sucking, which okay, 15 crime points, so I didn't miss any bonuses. Never mind. We're good. So I've got like about 2 minutes of downtime before we resume the rest of the game, and then yeah, like assuming no mistakes, then I'll probably be done this run in about like, I'm not exactly sure, like 5 minutes and a half, maybe. Something like that. Though, yeah, there's 2 levels left. So, Fiery Furnace, the final Lost World level, in this route anyway. Because it was back in World 5, but I skipped doing that Lost World level because you can't get enough Creme coins to do all the Lost World levels in your first playthrough, because when you beat K. Rool you get 1 Creme coin, so you have to do it after like getting the credits normally. If you're playing a like true ending category or like the all DK coins category, aka beat Mario, we allow the use of an in-game cheat to get 75 Creme coins, so you can just like do all the Lost World levels when you get to them. They're pretty neat categories as well. Yeah, for true ending, usually we do like a donation incentive in marathons to do an category extension, which is all stages. So when you beat true ending, then the remaining levels that you would end up not playing, which is the rest of like World 6 and then all of World 7, then you just kind of do them after. So when the credits start, then the game saves. So Or like at the end, after this screen fades out, then the game saves. So then I'm gonna hit reset and then continue pretty much from there. Yeah, there it is. Oh damn. A friend of mine sent me a pic of a pizza place he's trying out, but he but he's on the inside, so I see the logo, but I don't know, or the name of the place, but I don't know, like I don't know what the place is because I can't read it backwards. Pizza would be nice. I am hungry a bit, but you know, try and get lunch like after the run. What? It actually hit 0? Oh my god. Alright, here we begin with the chain of time losses. Are you kidding me? I try to hover over that guy because normally he like runs out at you right away, but then he like, for no reason, like moved so far left before like seeing me. I don't know why. That is so obnoxious, but okay, sure. Alright, so speaking of massive time losses, so what I'm trying to do is take a hit as the timer is about to tick from 1 to 0, and then you get a infinite barrel glitch. And with that, in version 1.0, this edge of the screen is like not solid. So if you go off screen in the barrel, then you can screen wrap to the end. And the bonus is right at the end of the level. So the screen wrap to skip the whole level. This level actually, like warpless, is like one of my favorite levels, but it's not done in any of like the main categories anymore. It's in the Beat Mario or all DK coins like side category I talked about. I think it's like the only category where we still do this level warpless. Because in True Ending, there's like a wrong warp with that barrel that I used to get the infinite barrel glitch. That makes this level like 5 seconds long. It's like pretty much like the easiest wrong warp in the game and like the shortest level like in the game. In categories where you would play this level, which is True Ending, pretty much. And then yeah, since you're forced to shoot onto this, then you it's also optimal to be Dixie to get the fanfare. Oh wow, I lost a lot of time to that, but I was actually on 136 pace with like this kind of run. Dang. The run was actually going like better than I thought, despite like how many mistakes that like deaths and like mistakes that were about as like long as like some of the deaths I had. So I was like really surprised. I thought I'd be at like at best like 130 pace like before I even messed up the screen ramp thing just now. But yeah, if I miss this cycle on this fight, then you have to do the whole thing again, and this cycle is like more than a minute long. So it's just one extremely long cycle for this fight, and then gotta make sure not to like miss your throw at the end. So yeah, so these purple smokes as well, they invert your D-pad controls, so left and right get swapped to opposites, and then up and down get swapped. I think trying to crouch under some of this stuff by pressing up is like so weird. So time is when I get the DK coin to fall on me, and that's time. Alright, so yeah, I was surprised that I was like even on like 137 pace, so that's cool. So yeah, Samurai, thank you. Corian, thank you. Alright, so I guess we'll switch over to Gimmick. Oh, excuse me, like stretching. Yeah, I'm gonna switch over to Gimmick. So I actually was never told which category I'm running for Gimmick. So based off the estimate, I assumed it was one of the best ending categories. So I've been practicing zipless and not the unrestricted one, because I don't remember if I actually submitted unrestricted one. So, anyways, all right, glitchless. Okay, yeah, I probably submitted it before glitchless got renamed to zipless through a community discussion, which was pretty cool. Hey, glad you enjoyed. So I still got 2 more runs to do. So haven't caught the last of me.